Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm really excited today to be talking to you guys about Disney Speedstorm, a game that just came out on the consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, and of course on PC. And today we're talking about it running on the Steam Deck to show you guys how it runs and how it looks and everything. But I'm really excited about the game overall because I've been playing this when it was out in beta before, and now it's out in early access. It's going to be out in early access for the next 6 months to a year, so right now you have to pay $30 to get into the game, but you could wait until it gets out of early access and goes fully free to play. But I couldn't wait because I'm a huge Disney fan. This is a kart racer, kind of like Mario Kart, but it has everything that you would want if you're a Disney fan, with incredible tracks from their different franchises, characters, the music, and everything. We're going to talk about my first early impressions of this game as I play through it, how it runs on the Steam Deck and everything, and if I think it's worth your time. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with Disney Speedstorm here on the main menu. So let's go ahead and start talking about exactly what this game is. So of course it is a kart racer, like we talked about, in vein of things like Mario and stuff like that, Mario Kart and stuff like that. But of course this one is all about Disney, so that makes me really excited because I love Disney. And, you know, I love everything about Disney. So this has tracks based on Disney properties and characters, and the music is fantastic and all that kind of stuff. So before we get into a race here, let's just go over some of these settings here. So I will show you that I do have these settings all set to high, or ultra, I should say. So everything is all the way maxed out. You can lower some of these settings, especially shadow and stuff like that, if you want to get 60 FPS. With everything on high on the Steam Deck, you're going to get somewhere around 40 FPS, depending on what's going on. So 40 to 45 or so. I know people want 60 FPS for a kart racer. For me, it still feels really, really good. But obviously, you can do whatever you want on your Steam Deck and put it at whatever setting you want. Just know that on mine, when you're about to see it, everything is on ultra, and you can lower a few things to get it closer to 60 FPS easily if you want to. But I like to have things, you know, a graphic quality all the way up if possible, and as long as the game plays well. So that's what I have on there. So before we dive into a race, let's talk about some of these things on here and what we have going on. So here in the collections tab, you can see all the different things that you can unlock. So they kind of categorize it by different characters and stuff like that, as you guys are looking at. So you have things like Mickey Mouse and Friends, and then you have Beauty and the Beast, you have Monsters Inc., Pirates of the Caribbean, Hercules, The Jungle Book, Mulan, and Walt Disney World. So these are the characters that are so far in the game that you can unlock. If you click on here, then you go to and you see, you know, the characters I've unlocked so far. So for Mickey and Friends, I have all three of them: Goofy, Donald Duck, and Mickey, as you guys can see here. And then for Beauty and the Beast, it shows I have one. And the reason that it shows, you know, 1 out of 10 there is when you click on them, you can actually unlock also, these are called your crew. So it's like other characters from the franchise that don't actually have their own character. And these also give special abilities. And these also are ones that you can unlock and level up and all that kind of stuff in the game. So they have a good variety to start off with when it comes to that, which is nice to see. Now, when you go to a character, the way that you unlock characters is you need to get shards. So, for example, you can see here this character I don't have unlocked. You can see shards to unlock 0 out of 10. Essentially, in the random loot boxes and stuff like that you can use and get by just playing the game, you get random items and stuff like that, and one of them is shards. And when you get 10 shards, then the beast gets activated and you unlock him, and then you get more shards to basically keep leveling them up. When you go into editing a character, for example, as you can see here, I can level her up. She's currently at level 4, and when you level them up, their stats go up and stuff like that, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So when you actually level up a character, you can see that what you actually need to level them up is actually the different parts, and parts change depending on how much you level them up. So you can see this one right now leads the racing flags and then the gloves, and as you get higher and higher, these parts may change, and then they become rarer that you may need to use, which is interesting. But if you want to actually level up their star power, as you can see there, that's where those shards come in. So the first part of the shards is unlocking the character. After the character is unlocked, then you can actually upgrade their shards, as you can see here, and then they can level up to 5 stars. So shards become separate, and then as you level up the stars, you can unlock different things for the characters, like more crew member slots, because everyone has one to start, you know, stuff like that. So it's up to you, you know, you can level them up and all that kind of stuff, as you would in a game like this that's going to be free to play. It's kind of expected. And Yeah, that's how you basically unlock the characters. You unlock them by getting shards in those loot boxes as soon as you have enough to unlock them. And you get the first star, then they're unlocked, and then you get more shards to keep leveling up the actual star power, and then you get items and stuff like that to level up their actual level, as you can see there. One of the other things that I like in this game is that they have a bunch of different options to get yourself into. So they have private tracks, so you can play this exactly with your friends. They have limited events. They have a starter circuit that you can meet the characters. They have a season tour that you can do throughout the season. They have ranked multiplayer, which is, everybody can use whatever power they are, and everyone's just based on their power. That you level your characters up to, and then regulated is where everyone's on the same playing field. I'm glad that both options exist. So if you don't want to play with everyone, with their own crazy levels that everyone has, you can just go in there and based on skill, play with just everyone at the same level. Then they have local free play, which is great. You can do 1, 2, 3, or 4 players on the platforms here, which is awesome, and you can play any track you want. You don't need to unlock them or anything like that, so that's fantastic. And you can see here that there is 9 tracks in the game so far based on 9 different, or there's more tracks, but there's 9 different properties that are currently in the game. There's this one here, the castle, which is Beauty and the Beast. There's Pirates of the Caribbean. There's the Mickey Mouse one. There's a bunch of different ones from different properties, the Jungle Book, and all the characters that are essentially in the game right now. And then when you click on one of these, for example, then they kind of do this whole thing where like they have different tracks based on the same. The tracks are all the same, but then they go different routes around that track. So sometimes it changes the actual outlook of some of these tracks. So for example, you can see here the castle. If you do like this one, you can see parts of the map are missing because it's only going in a certain route. So when you play these, you're going in different areas of the actual map. So it kind of feels a little bit different, but they're still using, different parts of the same map. That you don't see on every single level. So on top of the fact that there's 9 different properties right now, there are a bunch of other tracks. However, of course, they do feel samey because you're seeing a lot of the same tracks as you're playing them. So as this progresses and we get more and more tracks of the current 9 properties, it's going to feel even better. But I'm glad to see that there's variety in each map, at least to kind of keep things fresh as possible until we keep getting more and more tracks. And then, of course, you have the Golden Pass at the top, and the Golden Pass is exactly what it sounds like. It's the, pass that everyone has here that you can pay for. Obviously, I have the first one here unlocked. Then you unlock different things as you go on. You unlock like season coins. You unlock the racing flags I talked about before. You can unlock shards for different characters that we talked about before to level up their power. Different items that you need. All the different customization for your character, your avatar, and your character also can be customized with different parts of their vehicle. You can customize the vehicle that you drive, all the kind of stuff that you would kind of expect. And then this is a collection screen. Now, if we go into the shop here, you can see that there are parts here. You can get racing shards that we talked about to level up their star power immediately by using different coins. Same thing with these. They have different customization for each one. And then some of them are the blue icons here. And some of them are the gold ones here, that the currency that they're using. The gold currency is what you get from just playing the game. The blue one is premium, and the one up top here that says 2480 is multiplayer credits because they do have loot boxes based on multiplayer. So you can see that right here. So you can see the multiplayer requires those, and you can get that by just playing multiplayer. And then the universal box is 10,000 for just the credits that you use for just playing the game. And like I said, some of them require the actual premium currency there in the middle that you get every once in a while. And the premium currency usually is obviously geared towards more higher end stuff like, skins and stuff like that. For the characters, like you can see here, skins for the characters. Kind of the same usual stuff that you see in these kinds of games. So let's go ahead and go into the season. So this season is all about Monsters, Inc. So we're going to go into the season tour. You can see I completed Chapter 1 already and got most of the stars there. We're over here in Chapter 2. And as you progress through the chapters, you can get, XP to level up the season pass that I talked about, or the pass there that we just talked about, the golden pass. And as you level up, you get to do that. Let me go ahead and scroll up here. Some of them require to do different things, and you get XP for them. And then some of them, after you get to a certain point, will unlock loot boxes, as you can see there. Those loot boxes up there obviously unlock a bunch of different things. But let's go ahead and get into one of these here. So you can see what it looks like. This is the Himalayas, last one standing. So we want to be the last one in the race. And it says reach top 3, top 2, or win. So you do have to, in this case, use one of the Monsters, Inc. So you have to be able to do it. Of course, I don't have any of the other ones unlocked. As you can see, it tells you how many shards you need to unlock the character, and I don't have any of the other ones. All the characters are fully voiced, which is fantastic. And one of the best things about this game, especially in certain tracks, is the music is fantastic. It's all remixed to like music that you know from Disney properties, but they do it in a remixed way, and it just fits so well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. There we go. And I'm playing behind a screen, so if I end up like losing this race, you guys know. So you could drift around corners. You have, you know, as you drift around corners, you get more of your speed boost there. That's leveling up, as you can see. So now I have my speed boost there that I'm using. Of course, there's items to pick up in the game. If you just press Y, then it kind of just does the level 1 version of it. However, if you want to charge it, you can hold the Y, and now it's the charged version of the alter version of that skill. Every character has their own unique skill as well, but you only unlock it after unlocking them in the star power, and then you unlock that skill, which I'll show you guys at the main menu once we're done with this race that I forgot to show off. So you can kind of see what the skills are like and what they're doing. Some of them are obviously like this one. If you throw this at somebody, it will actually, you know, take them out. So if we get in front of someone here, I will show you. Kind of do backflips and stuff like that. If we throw that, see, we just hit him and got him out of there. The races are usually pretty quick. They're usually 2 laps, at least from what I've seen so far in the game. So it makes it really easy to, you know, just have a game that you can play anywhere. So it fast forwards you, so that's what that level power up does when you pick that up. This one's like a shield around you. Or if you hold it and supercharge it, then anybody who touches you gets knocked out. So you have either option of what you want to do, if you want to charge it for that, or if you want to just leave it as like a shield on you. Ran right into that. This is not good. We're in last place. There we go. We got to jump up there. Perfect timing. Graphics in this game are fantastic. And like I said, you can see the FPS in the corner that we've been racing the whole time. Depending on the track and what's going on and stuff. Anywhere from 40 to 45. I've seen a couple dips in the high 30s, but nothing crazy. But I think it runs great, and I think it looks really good, in my opinion. I love the fact that all the characters are voiced. I love the music that's all unique on the tracks and stuff like that, and they have multiple ones. They don't just have one for each property, but multiple tracks from the properties, and you know, you definitely will recognize some of the tunes and stuff, which is fantastic. I finished second there, so not terrible, not first place, but not bad. You can see there, then you unlock your racer goals that we just showed. Obviously, I didn't get that last one, and then this is your tier up of the pass there, of how you're leveling up there. And then you just keep progressing through each of these, you know, unlocking more stuff. And trying to unlock characters and stuff like that. Like I said, there's limited time events that you can take part of. There's some cool stuff in here. You can sometimes take part of limited events to get specific things. Like this one's going to give you your daily coin rush. This one's going to give you this part, these parts that you may need to upgrade your certain characters and stuff like that, because each character requires their own. All these different things. It does take a few to actually wrap your head around how all the currencies work and how to upgrade characters, but you'll get the hang of it as time progresses. I did already, even though it did take some getting used to, because there's 3 or 4 different currencies in the game. And you know, different ways of leveling up a character, that you don't just level them up by numbers, but sometimes you have to level them up by shards for their star power. So there's a lot going on, more than a regular kart racer that maybe first meets the eye. But it's easy once you get used to it. But let me show you what I was talking about here with the levels, or not the levels, but the characters. So you can only not just level them up, but of course you got your crew. So you can unlock different crews once you level up your Mickey Mouse here. And you can have different crew members on here, and they each have their own special abilities. So you can see this one upgrades your handling and stuff like that, and then you can put them in there. You can customize him with different skins that you unlock and victory animations, no surprise. And they all have their own unique voices, which is great. So that's awesome. And you can unlock the cart and then customize the cart and stuff like that. And then these are the skills that I was talking about. So when you have 1 star power, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have his main unique skill. As you can see, it's grayed out. But since I am level 2 now, as you can see here, when you have 2 stars and you upgraded him twice, then you get his special ability, and you can see his is he activates musical speed boost for a very short period of time, leaving a trail that speeds up. And then the charged version of that is become invulnerable and activate a musical speed boost for a very short period of time. And then all the other ones are the abilities that everyone else grabs along the map that all do their own thing. You can see what happens when you throw them backwards or when you do the charge version of it that I was talking about before. And like I said, everyone has one unique ability that kind of does, kind of matches their character. So if I click on Goofy here, or sorry, Donald Duck, and I kind of rotate over here so you guys can see his skill. You can see when he gets to level 2, you are protected from a hit for one more short time. He kind of goes into like this floating raft, which obviously matches him really well from those of you guys who know Donald Duck. So the abilities seem to be pretty cool as far as, what each of them have. So let me show you another one here. If we scroll over to her and look at her skills, you can see I'm not her level 1. I'm only at level 1 with her stars. So I can't see, I don't have her actual ability, but you can see spawn a small set of furniture further down the track. And then it says each piece of furniture stuns the opponent who touch it. So that's really cool that they do that kind of thing there. So I think that's really cool. And they all have their own special abilities, like I said, to be able to play. Guys, I think this game is a ton of fun. It runs really well on the Steam Deck, in my opinion. I'm going to show you one more track here to kind of finish this off, but I think this game is great. I love, like I said, the music and everything. I love the fact that all the characters are voiced. The music is fantastic. The graphics are good. The only thing people are probably going to have an issue with are two things that I think come in mind. That, this is still early access. They plan on making this game free to play later on. You can pay $30 to get into it now like I did and get into the early access. Otherwise, you got to wait for it to go free to play. They're saying anywhere from the end of this year to the beginning of next, so we'll see how long it actually takes them. But I'm having a super fun time with it. Of course, it helps that I'm a huge Disney fan, and I love seeing these characters using their special abilities. And I love seeing these tracks like this one from Hercules and stuff like that kind of match the vibe. I think the controls feel really good. I think the sense of speed is really fun. There's multiplayer to do, so there's a lot to do. And even though there's, I think the two things that people are going to complain about are the tracks. There's only 9 of them by different properties, and they're going to feel samey, even though they go around different areas of the track, like I talked about before. But it is up to you on how you feel about that. But 9 isn't that bad of a start either way. And they're designed really well, in my opinion, and they definitely feel the vibe of the movie and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. And it fits really well. You can hear the music in this one is really fun. And then the other thing I think people are probably going to complain about is, of course, the microtransactions. I mean, you're talking about a full suite of different currencies and all that kind of stuff, kind of what you would expect from a mobile game. Of course, this being made by Gameloft probably isn't going to shock people, but so far, I mean, I've been having a fun time, and it's obviously going to take you longer to unlock characters and stuff like that than you would if you just bought things. But for me, it keeps me playing. I'll unlock the characters, and I'm still having a blast playing it. You can play local multiplayer with 4 of your friends and have all the tracks unlocked and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about unlocking those, which I think is great. So you'll still have fun doing that locally with friends, and the gameplay is definitely fun enough for that, especially if you're a Disney fan. So, yeah, obviously I wish there wasn't so many currencies and stuff like that, but that's the nature of these types of games. Obviously, I wish this game just cost $60 and had like 30 or 40 tracks in it from all my favorite Disney characters, but maybe this game will be really popular like I hope it is, and we'll get tracks and characters from a long time to come, because that's what I hope. I can't wait. Disney has a crap ton of characters and a crap ton of locations that they can use, so it's really cool. And also, one of the things I forgot to talk about, hopefully I get next to somebody here, it has like a burnout thing where you can actually, hip check somebody. That kind of makes it seem like couldn't do it there, but you basically just use the trigger here on the right and kind of go sideways, and you can actually knock somebody off, and it kind of does like this whole burnout thing where it actually watches when someone is there. So it is pretty cool. So yeah, guys, I'm having a ton of fun with this game. If you guys are interested in getting into the early access, like I said, it costs $30 at least to get into the early access, what comes with 3 characters and some currency and stuff like that. Or you can wait for it to become free to play. They're saying somewhere between 6 to 12 months, depending, end of this year, beginning of next year, depending on how it goes. But I couldn't wait to get into it because I'm a huge Disney fan, and the beta was really fun, and I'm having a ton of fun with this. This is one that I'm definitely going to keep coming back to. And you can see here, we actually unlocked a loot box up there. Let me go ahead and grab that. So you can see the loot box that we just unlocked. We're going to go ahead and open that so you can kind of see what it's like there. And you can see the rewards that we got there. Let's see what they are. So you can see we got racer shards. So we got 3 more for Meg. So getting closer to unlocking her. And then 4 for Mike over here that we've been using, which is great. Some more racing flags and then some season coins. We got 9,000 of them. So again, 10,000 unlocks 3 different things. And there's our new racer. Actually, I think we just unlocked her. Fantastic. Right here on the video. So you can see I got 10 shards there total now. So she is now unlocked, and now I can use her and play with her and level her up and stuff like that. She can go up to level 15, new max level, and a new crew slot there as of right now. So fantastic. We just unlocked the character by that reward box, so you guys saw exactly how that works. So there's I would still say that there's a lot of content in this game. Yes, I know that 9 tracks based on different properties, we all want more, and they're going to keep releasing more. There's rumors that Toy Story may be next, and I can't wait to see that and have tracks based on them. I do like the idea that they have variations of the tracks. So, you know, even though they feel a little samey, they're a little bit different every time you play them. That's great. And as we get more properties, it's going to feel less samey. Obviously, 9 is a little low count right now, so hopefully that expands quickly. But I can't wait to see, like I said, there's so many Disney properties I would love to see recreated in racetracks and just see what they do with them. And the music tracks that are in the background that they're doing a really good job on really solidifies this game. And yeah, it runs great on the Steam Deck. Whether you want 60 FPS or you want to max everything out and go at 40 to 45 like me, either option is available for you. A ton of fun to play. I'll be playing this one a lot. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.